Hi everyone, today I'm doing a full face of makeup using nothing new. These are all makeup that were released a year or two ago or products that I have simply forgotten about. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you makeup junkies can relate to this situation where we buy things impulsively and after a while we completely forget about them because we have way too much makeup. I want to inspire you so you can go back to your old favorites and cherish them once more, so let's get started. I don't have any old moisturizers or primers because I actually use them up, so I already prepped my face with my usual skincare products. For my foundations, again, I'm so glad that I finished all of my old foundations, so sticking to my 10-month-old Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear, which is in my Project Pan 2019 list. Honestly, this is the best foundation I have found after NARS Sheer Glow. So I'm just applying this all over my face with my damp beauty blender. Again, going back to my favorite makeup tool, which is the beauty blender. For concealer and contour, I'm taking this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting palette. I bought quite some time back and it's still in very good condition. I'm using a very light layer of this rustic orange under my eyes, and then on top of that I'm going to use this concealer shade. I don't know if this palette is still available, and if it is, do check it out because the quality is just amazing. So when it comes to cream concealers like this, I actually like to use my fingertip because I feel like the fingertip does a better job than even a beauty blender. The beauty blender can actually absorb a lot of product. So I like to blend it with my finger. As you can see, this concealer is so beautiful. Now to contour and add some definition, I'm using the dark shade from this palette. It is quite dark, but as you can see, it blends quite beautifully, and I like to use this to bronze my face a little bit too. So I'm applying this on my cheeks first and then blending it upwards with my beauty blender. And for my blush, I'm using the same rustic orange shade and applying it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it again with the beauty blender. This is such a beautiful color for blush, so I'm actually applying a little bit more and blending it again with the beauty blender. To set my concealer, I'm using Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder in the shade Banana Bread. I'm not going to actually bake my under eyes today. I'm actually going to pack some powder under my eyes, and then using the same beauty blender, I will just make sure that it blends and melts onto that concealer layer so that it becomes one solid layer and it does not crease or budge throughout the day. Using my all-time favorite setting powder for my face, this is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium Dark. This is perfect for dry skin because it does not make your face look dry and cakey. It is just so beautiful. It's really sheer. And next, to set my contour, I'm going to use the KKW Beauty Powder Contour and Highlight Palette, and I'm using this dark shade to set that bronzer contour thing we did earlier. I'm packing it with the Fenty Beauty Bronzing Brush and then blending it again with the Beauty Blender. Also using that same product on my chin and my jaw to give a nice subtle contour down there. And I'm taking this MAC 224 brush, I'm going to lightly contour my nose as well. And then for my highlight, I'm going to mix these two highlighters and applying it with my Morphe M501 brush on the high points of my cheeks. My blush, I'm using one of my favorite, but a very old favorite blush from MAC. This is Harmony from MAC, and I'm using this with a BH Cosmetics powder brush, which is quite big. So I'm just applying it on my cheeks. It's like the perfect fall blush shade. And now that the face is done, we can move on to do our eyebrows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in dark brown. As you can see, I love this powder so much. So I'm not going to do a brows on fleek thing today because I feel like that is so 2018. I'm just going to lightly fill the gaps with this number 7 brush, again from Anastasia, so that it looks soft and natural. As my eyeshadow base, I'm using NYX eyeshadow base in Skintone. I'm just applying this with my fingertip and blending it with my fingertip as well. Then for my eyeshadow, I'm actually using this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which I purchased about 2 years ago. And this palette is so pretty. It is such a beautiful palette for autumn. And the only problem is, I don't know if this is because the palette is a little bit old now, but the mattes are a little bit gritty and they have a lot of kickback in the pans and a lot of fallouts. But they're still stunning. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. So anyways, I'm just going to use this shade right here, Desert Sand, to set my primer first. As you can see, there is a lot of kickback on the palette, and yeah, always remember to tap for excess product and then just applying this all over my lid to set that primer. As my transition shade, I'm taking this peachy color and applying it on the crease with the same blending brush. And you know, always concentrate mostly on the outer corner. You always start your crease with your outer corner and then you blend it inwards in windshield wiper motion. Now I'm taking this beautiful orange shade called Blazing and applying this on the outer corner, and there is a little bit of fallout, but I'm not going to panic right now. I'm just going to take this big fluffy powder brush from Fenty Beauty, and then with a very light hand I would just brush it off once. So back to blending, and after that I will apply this dark shade called Oud, and I'm applying this firstly on the outer corner and then blending it a little bit inwards. I'm using a Morphe M506 small mini brush. And then once that is concentrated on mostly on the outer corner, I will take that big fluffy blending brush again and blend everything well. My lid, I'm actually using this shade Blood Moon. It's a very pretty shimmer shade, and generally for shimmer shades from any brand I would recommend you to use your fingertip because that gives the maximum color payoff. I'm applying this all over my lid and then taking that blending brush again and blending it really well so that there are no harsh lines. And then to enhance the inner corner, I'm also taking this shade called Angelic from the same palette and using this Morphe E36 small detail brush, applying this on the inner corner and then blending it towards the lid color we applied earlier. For my lower lash line, I'm using this purple shade called Amethyst and using a flat definer brush again from Morphe. I'm applying this only on the lower lash line. I'm not applying this on the waterline. Remember, I do not like to put any powders on the waterline because that can actually get into your eye. So be really careful where you place your eyeshadow. I recommend using only pencil on your waterline. Now to enhance the lid, I'm actually going to pop this shade Nefertiti on my lid. I'm applying this again with my fingertips, and then now the eyeshadow look is done. I don't have an old eyeliner because I usually use up my eyeliners and mascaras. So I'm just using my current favorite, which is the Lancome liner Plume in Noir. It's very easy to do eyeliner with this. As you can see, I'm doing this within seconds. And for my mascara again, I don't have an old mascara because you have to dispose your mascaras every 3 months. So I'm just using my current mascara, which is Bobbi Brown Smokey Eye mascara. I'm applying this generously on both top and bottom lashes. For my waterline, like I said, I'm going to use the pencil liner. This is from Huda Beauty Lifeliner, the pencil side. Again, I'm really sorry I don't have an old pencil liner for this look, but this liner is really nice and black. And then I did the other eye of the camera, so that is the eyeshadow look for this makeup. And next I'm going to move on to my lips. I'm going to use this duo from MAC. It's the Burgundy lip liner, very famous, and then the other lip product is the Diva lipstick. Again, very famous, especially if you have very rich skin tone. I recommend you to go with these two colors because they are so beautiful together. I know I say beautiful a lot in this video. Anyways, I'm just lining my lips. I'm just lining them on my natural lip line, and once it is done, I also like to take the lip liner and then put a little bit of contouring in the center of my lip, and then I'm putting this lipstick Diva all over my lips. So that's the complete look. I really hope you like this look, and I also hope you like my hair. I got a lot of compliments on Instagram. Honestly guys, now that you have watched the video this far, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This is actually a wig. It's not my real hair. I did not want to damage my hair again. If you want to go to this color, and especially if you have very dark black hair, it's really going to damage your hair if you try to dye it. So get a wig. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you very soon. Bye.